Good morning. I gotta tell you something. Y'all probably know I have a huge fear of snakes. I don't like snakes. I think snakes are mistakes. There's no reason that they should be alive. That's just my view on that. I have a very strong fear of snakes, and I don't know why. I've never really had any interactions with snakes. I've never touched one. I've never been up close to one that was like right there, not like on the other side of some glass at like a zoo or something when I was a kid. But last night when I parked here, I got here what, 10:45 last night here at Pilot, and I was doing my post trip. It was dark, it was raining a little bit, had my flashlight, I was doing my post trip, and I could have swore that back behind my trailer in the dirt and grass off the curb, I thought it was just snake infested. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I mean, I almost screamed when I seen this because it just gave me a fright. So I'm walking back to the end of my trailer doing my post trip, checking out the tires and the brakes and the tandems and everything, and I come right about here. Do you see it? I don't know if you can see it from here, but as I'm coming up, my flashlight scans right across here, and look, that electrical cord I thought was a snake, and I thought this black, the connector, I think it's called a pigtail, that I thought was like the head of the snake. And I'm like, oh no. So I checked everything right here without going too far, and then I realized, okay, it's just an electrical cord. So then I go around the other side of the trailer thinking that I will just check it from this side and go around the back, because now that cord has done freaked me out. And I come around back here just like this, shining my flashlight, and there's another one. I couldn't take it. I get out of his way, that way he's got some extra room so I'm not standing back there. But these cords just scared the crap out of me, and it doesn't help either when you have sticks hanging down like that, like a snake coming out of a tree. I couldn't take it. It was too much for me to handle. I did my post trip, don't get me wrong, I still did it, but now that I'm back here in the morning, again, I'm able to look at it and see, okay, it's not a snake. I knew it wasn't last night because I seen it with the flashlight, but at first, like, it made me jump. I jumped about 4 times back here. Oh, I don't like snakes. I don't like snakes at all. So they're doing a, I don't know, like a repower or something there. They're swapping trailers. I don't know if it's a repowered load or if it's a leg load or whatnot, but that's what they're doing next to me, bar none. The one truck says team drivers on it. That brings back memories. I've never worked for bar none, but Jeff and I, we teamed for a little bit. We went over the road, the last company that we were with, and we teamed, and we were dedicated on, I think, a FedEx account, or maybe it was an XPO account. There's really no way to tell the way that company was. It was awful. But yeah, we teamed. We were running from Ohio to Indiana, and then Indiana to California, and then what, California back to Indiana, and then to Columbus, and then back to... It was set up really weird how they did it, and we didn't really care for it too much, but man, I just remember running the road with Jeff. Teaming's tough. Teaming is difficult. It takes a certain type of person to be able to do that. I'm trying to sleep at night while he's driving, and he's trying to sleep during the day while I'm driving, and then, you know, you try to rotate it around a little bit, you try to change up the hours, and man, it was tough. And then here at Reisinger, you know, we came to Reisinger as a team, and eventually transitioned in like a super solo, because teaming with this company, it just really doesn't work, because you're always moving, and the way the loads are, you're Kenosha, Wisconsin to Allentown, Pennsylvania. So there's really not a whole lot of distance for each of you to drive. So we went to like a super solo, and we would both sleep at the same time and then pick up and try to work from there. And that just, even that was kind of tough. And then Jeff, he wanted to go back to being local, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. So we're going to Allentown today. Today's Tuesday. Sunday I went up to Kenosha. Yesterday I delivered in Kenosha and then picked this load up, and it's going to Allentown today. Get back to Brookville, Pennsylvania tonight, and then get a reload tomorrow and go back up to Kenosha and just keep going back and forth. So I mean, I'm gonna fuel. I'm not gonna get I might top the def off. I'm at 3/4 of a tank. Might as well just top it off and be done with it. And then the fuel's down just above a quarter tank, so I'm going to probably put in 130 gallons. So we'll see. But this week, estimated so far, I have figured out it'll be somewhere just shy of 3,100 miles. Maybe like 3,085, something like that, if things go perfectly. And I'm trying to keep the fuel as low as I can. Right now, my fuel is about $650 for the week from when I filled up to start the week. I want to keep it below 1,500 to be able to do the whole thing. And it shouldn't be that hard. It's a brand new truck. It's a 2024. It has literally 7,348 miles on it. And the fuel economy is no better than that 2021 that I was in. Everest, the white one. Fuel economy is no better. I'm a little disappointed in that. I really thought that this truck would do a lot better. I'm still averaging 8.1 to 8.5 miles per gallon. And my Everest, I think I had her about 8.3 is what my average was, and I'm still just hanging right around there. So I don't know. I take it easy on it. Truck's not even broken in yet, but oh well. We're gonna start getting ready here, and we're going to go get some fuel, and then we're going to go to Pennsylvania. So let's go. Chilly outside today. It was supposed to be pretty warm, but we're in the mid-60s right now here in Pennsylvania. Stuck behind this Schneider here. There's no reason to try to pass them because we're going uphill, coming up to the highest point on 80 east of the Mississippi, 2,250 feet above sea level. I almost said square feet for some reason, but I'm sure that wiper blade there is right in your way, and unfortunately I can't do anything about it because that's where it's at. You know, on the old truck it was down a lot farther, so I'm gonna see if I can rig something up to where the mount is a little bit higher for the camera, or maybe try to get it like mounted on the windshield somehow, even though I hate doing that. I don't know, I'll have to see different options that I have here. I want to pass him so bad. He's going real slow. He must be really heavy. We were down 54 miles an hour. And like I said, it's not worth trying to pass him because then I'm going to hold everybody up in that lane, and then we're going to be flying downhill, and just safer to stay right here. So that's what I'm doing. It really feels like fall today with the overcast that we're having, and it just being about like 65 degrees outside. It really feels like fall, and we're still, what, the second week of August? It should still be pretty warm. Oh, my ears need to pop. But they won't. But that's okay. I'll live with it. But up here at the 111 is the highest point on 80. I mean, you've seen me come through here how many times? But we're trucking along. It's a beautiful view up here. Some of the trees block it for the camera, I'm sure, but for me, I can see it. Just looking out over the mountains. It's nice. The only thing that could ruin it is if there was like a hawk flying overhead and it just like dropped a snake right on my windshield. That's about the only thing that could ruin it. I just don't like snakes. Back at the highest point on 80 east of the Mississippi, except now we're on the westbound side. I did deliver in Allentown. Everything went real smooth. I got trailer, 1146 behind me. It's empty. I swept it out. And the next load I'll pick up tomorrow, that's in Massillon at, I cannot remember the name of the place. I've been there a couple times before. Trying to see if I thought there was somebody on the shoulder here. Yeah, okay. I was gonna jump back over, but thought I seen some lights. It is very windy. I don't like it. But that's the way it goes. So anyways, yeah, pick up tomorrow in Massillon, Ohio. And that is going to Kenosha, and I'll deliver that tomorrow as well. And then Thursday I'll have a reload, 1201 pickup in Kenosha there at Uline, and or Pleasant Prairie, I guess. I don't know for sure that it'll be Kenosha, but anyways, that'll pick up Thursday, and I'm going to deliver it on Friday. It won't be due until Sunday. But I'm going to deliver it Friday and then go home Friday night and then have a reload for Monday. So it'll be good. Right now, let's see, okay, yeah, 109. I'm going to Brookville, so I'll be stopping at exit 78 at the TA, which is usually where I always end up. It's about as much as I could do. I could maybe get another half hour, but I'm not really going to find anything other than maybe a rest area. I think the next biggest truck stop I could get to is the TA at the 29, and I don't particularly care to try to push it that far, because if I run out of hours, then I gotta head back eastbound, and I really don't want to do that. So Brookville's the safe bet. You could always find parking at the TA there at the 78.
Yeah, I know you're right there.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I wasn't even talking to him, but oh well. It's an easy on-off of the highway, so it's great. They have a Taco Bell there too, and there's a McDonald's right next door. So if you need food, you at least got two options. I'm not sure. I think it has a restaurant in there as well, but I don't think I've ever really looked for it. I'll have to go exploring sometime when I'm in there. But we're gonna keep on moving to the TA. See you soon. Well, we made it to the TA last night. It's the following morning, just after 4:45 in the morning. Starting to get up, get ready. We're gonna be hitting the road, going to Massillon. I'm gonna start my my caffeine process here, just to start waking up a little bit. I got a Monster right now. I was gonna have some hot coffee because it is nice and chilly outside, but I don't have the coffee pot ready, and this is just easier to do for right now. But we're gonna be gearing up to hit the road. I'll be out of here probably about 5:30, 5:45. Just under 3 hours to Massillon, depending which way I go. But we're gonna go out there and grab that load, and I'm gonna try to get up to Kenosha with it Thursday, have a reload, which will be tomorrow, and get that back to Allentown, and then deadhead home. Be home for the weekend, so that'll be nice. But it was a good day yesterday. You know, made some good time. Got here just after 7:30, that's not bad, especially for having a later day yesterday. So, oh, I'm sorry, the day before, that night parking was a little bit later. But I'm sorry, it's still early. I'm trying to get everything figured out. That reefer next to me, that reefer ran all night, and I didn't idle my truck because it was going to be a little chillier, so I just had a couple windows cracked, and then I went to bed, and that reefer was just buzzing all night. Normally I don't mind too much, but it kept idling up and idling down and idling up and idling down, and that kind of gets old. If it's just a steady tone, I don't mind. But when it's constantly like hitting defrost mode and going back down, whoo, man, that woke me up a couple times. But that's okay. That's all right. Everybody has their own trailers. Everybody has, you know, yeah, whatever. It's not the end of the world. So let's get ready to go. I appreciate you tuning in today. I'll try to have some more out to you here soon. If you haven't already, like the Daily Driver Show on Facebook, and I try to have some behind the scenes stuff on there as well. So like these videos, leave me a comment, please subscribe to the channel. That helps out tremendously. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day and have a great hike.